Okay, welcome back to turn 5. Again, still don't have a name yet. We actually had some action in the last one. Rice has sent a platoon of M113s into Schweben, and they're not going to have a good time. So this one obviously is now staring down 2 BMPs. Universal 101 is just elevating here, which is immediately before firing, so it's going to snap on target and fire a shot, and it shouldn't miss at this range, surely. Meanwhile, the MG platoon, who've already inflicted some casualties, are spreading out. John Goshevic, I can't pronounce it. John is going to swing around here to look down the main road. Skydog and Winter here are going to shoot the snot out of this M113. Meanwhile, First Company is sort of getting itself online, and they can sort of see something over here, which I suspect is a tow vehicle of some description. An M150 or an M901. Hopefully they'll spot it and take it out. They're hull down to it, so, you know, reasonable chance. Meanwhile, all this, we're kind of consolidating all these, this area here. Going back to last turn, with the weirdness with the small arms fire going through the M113, looks like that's probably a bug. It's probably not supposed to happen. Might be something to do with the fact that you can actually see inside. You can see the pixel treatment inside the M113, and whether there's some clipping going on or something else. So it's probably not working as intended. This is one of the things with Combat Mission, which is it's such a huge game, and playing the games takes so long that sometimes things like this can slip through. I mean, how often in the testing did anybody open up on an M113 as it was driving past? Probably not that often. So, yeah. Incidentally, having worked out I can now clip through the M113 and see what's inside, which again should really happen. These are full-on infantry squads. So you can see we've got the we've got a guy with a dragon here. We've got a machine gun. Yeah, 2 machine guns, M113s, M203s. Yeah, there's plenty of DACA in there. Really expect those guys are just going to pile out, and try and survive. So they don't have many other options. But yeah, so that tells me that that is an infantry platoon. So probably not dealing with cavalry here. This could be a balanced or a tank-heavy battalion that Rice has brought along, or stripped down. Which is good, because I'm really scared of those cav units. They do worry the hell out of me. But yeah, let's get up high, because let's get the overview first to see what happens. But we're really looking at what goes on in the town. Trying to deploy the infantry in there, get the BMPs here out of what is probably a horrifying kill zone in this area. Mop up this M113 and stall Rice out here on this line, because we want to bomb the snot out of him. Between these two TRPs, because the smoke mission is going to be finishing soon. But yep, let's get, like I said, let's get the overview first, and then we'll zoom in on the details as the camera behaves itself. So it's probably going to be quite confusing around here, but this potential fight from First Company across here, which is actually quite a long way, that's like 1,800 meters, was it 2,000? I can't remember. Yeah. We'll see how that goes if it does kick off. These tanks are probably just going to start exploding. That's my bet. But yep, let's Watch it go. Now get that shot off. Let's, yep, there we go. There goes one M113. And, oh no! It's not what I thought it was. I thought it was a tow vehicle. It's not. And, oh, yeah, look at that ICM. Smacking that M113 platoon up there a bit. Yeah. Oh, and then we've got a M60 of some description, probably. Yeah, lots of shooting going on in the town. Looks like we mopped up there. Looks like we're getting some hits in. More ICM coming in, more the clusters. Looks like Peter the FO is getting into position in a non-crazy way, which is good. Oh no, he's running back. Okay, great. That would be the message for the smoke mission finishing. Right, so that opens that up. That's excellent. But yeah, it doesn't look like we suffered any casualties there. So let's do the fun bit. Let's get in the town and see what happened. So yeah, slamming the brakes on, but no, universal. It's just shot it in the face there. That's a knocked out M113, and the infantry is trying to debus. And there, of course, there's half the Soviet army there waiting for them. And yeah, so that kind of panned out the way we were expecting, didn't it? These guys just get some coax fire from Zeriander there. Huh. That's interesting. Oh right, that's the site. Okay, yeah, sorry. I was just looking at that AT4 there. Sorry, AT5 on the roof. I was looking at this, looking at the sighting unit on it. Where are we? Come on. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it properly. But it looked exactly like it does when it's poking through the top of the BMP in on the internal model. So yeah, obviously that's obviously what they did with the BMP 2. So yeah, that's a better view of it. So this thing, this is just a wild, borderline unrelated tangent. This bit, the sighting unit, is kind of in the BMP 2 is attached to the turret, so it's in there, and the gunner can operate it from inside. With the B1 BMP 1P here, we've got the launcher, but it is just bolted to the roof of the turret. So you know, the gunner, because the commander's in this position here, has to literally get out, open the hatch, and use it like that. It's just stuck on top. But yeah, we got a nice little bit of the old Soviet motor rifle infantry debussing here. This is cool. And then they start moving in. But yeah, these poor guys in the back of here, not much of a chance. Apps just, yeah, that's not happening. So let's see what happens up here then, because we've got two MGs shooting up this M113. Yeah, brakes are coming on. And, okay, switch from the M113 and hit the infantry. Ah, perils of the target command. So these guys here, I told them explicitly to target the M113. That was probably a mistake. So they're happily shooting the M113, where there's this, like, literally the best target in history, right behind it. Okay, yeah, we're getting some shots in now. Got one. And then, yeah, we've got John with the coax coming up. And just, yeah, those GIs are doing a runner there. And then, yeah, finishing off with a shot that looks like it hits the cupola, maybe? Ooh, hit the opening, eh? So it hit the hatch. That's just weird. That's a bit. Let's turn the smoke off. Where did that actually hit? Let's turn the shadows off. Let's turn. Oh, it hit there. That's not really an opening, is it, game? Okay. So this is one of these things where it's like, yeah, technically that's not really correct, but at the same time, these markers here are really not necessarily one-to-one, and the you know, what's going to happen when the M113 gets hit by the you know, 73mm heat round from a BMP? It has a bad day. And what's it having? It's having a bad day. So, yeah, I shouldn't really be that bothered about that. Let's just watch this whole engagement from the start here. See what effect we're having on target. Right, so they are getting some shots off, but not in a way that is going to make a difference. So, yeah, that squad's having a real bad day. Another casualty there, so that's 2, and then the M113. The gunner was already dead, so maybe we're going to see the driver jump out. Or maybe he's down as well, we just don't know about it. Oh, is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? Oh, he made it. Nice. So yeah, that was a pretty successful engagement. Let's see what happens here. We get some. There's a cluster round goes in, doesn't it? This M113 is moving up. Oh yeah, close call there. Yeah, see the gunner is like, nope, I'm going down in the hatch. And then it could be that Rice has adjusted this one to go across the river. Yeah, look, he's going across the stream. Could have had a near miss though from that round of cluster. So yeah, bonus. Yeah, this is such a disaster. Like that's your worst case scenario, I think, when you're mounted infantry, armored infantry, which is you pile out of your vehicle into a kill zone. Ooh, Rice is on the ball. That would be that M60 up there. No casualties, but where is it? There it is. Looks like that M60 is going to nail this house, so we need to move Winter here out of the house before they get pummeled. What kind of M60 are we dealing with here? It's... I don't know. I can't remember how to tell the difference. You'd have thought after spending hours and hours and hours making a video about M60s, I would remember how to identify them. But no. It's an A1 or an A1 Rise. It's not the Rise passive. That has smoke launchers. This doesn't have smoke launchers. Okay, cool. That's a long way behind. Like, that's... interesting. Okay. But what can we see from here? It can... Yeah, it can see that building there, so we need to get them out of there. Yeah, Rice isn't moving up very fast. Now, it's not necessarily this M60 that makes the spot and engages. But it might be because it just clicked on target, didn't it? Did it, or was it just adjusting? Oh no. Might be one behind it. Yeah, I think there's one behind it. I heard a bit of 50 cal fire there. Huh. Yeah, that was a bit of 50 cal fire. If you listen. Yeah, that's 50 cal. Oh, and we can just about see the rounds going in as well. Yeah, that's your classic supplementary fire from the commander, and we should get an explosion. Yeah, okay, yeah. So there's definitely an M60 spotted them and engaged. So 2 M60s here. Probably one, God knows where that one's gone now. It's over here somewhere, out of sight. How else do we go here? So we know Rice is in this general area, so we're going to fix him for the artillery to destroy him. It's a bonus. What have we got over here? What did we get? It's another M113, and that's just the dragon team in there. But yeah, that's Tom's Sim Shack. Tom's Sim. I'm never going to be able to pronounce that. Tom's Sim Shack has spotted it. On target, aiming. Try shooting at it. Okay. And we're getting some. There were some tracers flew off, weren't they? But oh, that's wow. Yeah, those tracers then are actually small arms fire. That's actually small arms rounds. From here, yeah. Whee! Off it goes. It's kind of hard to see because of the blue sky, but that's, yeah. Ricochets, kids. So yeah, we could be seeing there. We only see this M113 for a fraction of a second. Well, not really. But we can kind of see how it's... So, I think that if Rice... split down team, interesting. Not a full team then. A split down squad rather. What's interesting about this is that I don't think Rice can see that first company over there. Because I don't think he would dare drive across there in the open like that. Unless... you know, unless he thought it was safe. That's pretty ballsy. But you can kind of see what he's going for here. If he gets set up in this wood here, he can put a dragon team up, you know, kilometre long range easily enough. He can start putting some pressure, cut me off from getting into the town a bit more. Unfortunately for him, I've got a company of T-62s in this wood, and they should be able to spot it and engage it. So that should work out well. Yeah, what else have we got going on? So, this is all good. Nothing happens to you guys. I didn't check this last time, and that really bugs me. And then we got the, yeah, the FO is confused by the lack of doors. So he's running around the outside of the building, which I'd really rather he didn't. No windows there, is there? But yeah, this happened with enough time for me to get around it. Might just plonk him in this building here. So we don't quite have the same elevation, but it's a lot less obvious as a target. I mean, if you were... and we have a covered approach because we can go through the wood there. You know, if you were looking from, say, over here, this spot here, which I keep going back to, if you were looking at the farm, let's turn the trees off. If you were looking at that farm and thinking, oh, maybe there's an enemy forward observer in that farm somewhere, where should I shoot? And you'd almost certainly start with the upper floors because you can see further. So if we get him on the lower floor, he should be plenty safe. Oh, and we've got another contact up there, have we? I didn't spot that one before. Also potential tow vehicle position. Sort of? That's not a good field of fire. But hey, hey ho, right, doesn't matter. Successful turn, I would say. Done everything that I wanted to do. There, still no casualties, somehow. So now we're kind of into crunch decision time here. So we're fixing part of Rice's force in the town. So we've got one infantry platoon here. We've got a M113 with a dragon in it over here. At least two tanks and another light vehicle, an M113 or a tow vehicle up here heading this way, and potentially another tank around here, some god knows where. So what do we need to do? What we need to do is continue to fix Rice here. That's going to force him to either counterattack into the town, into the artillery. No, hang on, let me get back. He's got two options. He can switch to the defensive and try and grind me out. So he would, for example, try and maintain a toehold in the town and set up in depth up here. So maybe, I still keep going on about Worry Wood here, but it worries me. Here, dominate this ground. I don't know what you do with your tanks from this position though. Maybe go back up. Use a little bit sort of hull down you could get around here. Maybe. Sort of stop me, just as a backstop. Get some depth to stop me coming, towards the camera here. There is a force over here somewhere. And maybe, stabilize a defensive line. Basically in line with the back of Schweben. So we know that there's probably something going to pop up in this wood, that M113 the Dragon team. So we'd kind of be looking at three defensive positions from Rice. So kind of here, back here, and around here. Alternatively, he could counterattack. So if he gets a force up in this wood and he can look across this way, like I was talking about, then we're talking about my force in the town is cut off. If he smacks it with artillery, problem. And then we have the tanks move up and counterattack, grind up Schweben itself, or simply bypass it and try and attack somewhere else. But I don't know how much that Rice knows about what I have. And I don't know much. I obviously don't know how much he knows that I know that he... Oh, it's too complicated. So, first of all, we need to spread out in the town to mitigate the effects of enemy artillery. We need to move winter. Now I need to think of something to do. If we stack this company up in this wood, it should be relatively safe from this direction, and we can nobble anything setting up over here. Okay, so let's triple, double, quadruple super check that I didn't miss anything else. Oh, we look good. Cool, let's get those orders set up. These guys are all a bit knackered. Yeah, so we've got this BMP here. Oh, that would be cheeky. How cheeky would that be if we set that beam, if we rolled this BMP up and keyholed through this gap with the 85? We're absolutely doing that. Zeriander, it is your time to shine. Make sure you're opened up. And why are you no C? Yeah, really, why are you no C? Oh, that could be why. Interesting. Let's pop him up into the wood then. Because if we're going to have to come a little bit further forward, then I want to have at least a little bit of cover. Clear on that flank. Yes, we are. Still no. But I think he can see from there. Yeah, let's do it anyway. It's the worst thing that could happen. Yeah, let's split an AT team off there. You're our backstop. You need to... Let's get everybody else upstairs and spotting for the BMP. Martin CF, yeah, you are good here. That's cool. Let's get that off. Skydog, you've done your stuff, sir. Get out of harm's way. You guys, Winter, you need to get out the back. Let's try and, if we can set you up there, bring that back there. And we've got a bit of eyes on from Kappa Kamfashki, I can't pronounce it, Kappa there. John is still covering out this way. Relatively safe, so we'll, yeah, he should be okay. Got another MG looking that way then. Sai, you've done your thing. You can, yeah, let's... All these damn German houses. How do you even get into some of these? Let's get you up here into this one so I can see that way. Natalie, Lyric, let's get you up on that second story. So we can cover this kind of area here, down the alleyways, or across the gardens, and we can see all the way across here. That's excellent. We want that. And then this platoon, Kratka's platoon, you need to debus immediately. Let's get you up behind the buildings. I just want them out of their vehicles because they, it's very lucrative target there for Rice's artillery. Let's get these guys up here. In fact, let's get some all-round defense up and running. Let's get heater on max setting to set up here, so you can kind of see across there. That's where that M113 over there is going. And the rest of this platoon, yeah, will get set up in this end of the village, basically. And then Universal and Alexei Pavlov of one platoon, you guys can if I face you this way, how well can you see? Not very well. Okay, that's fine. Let's let's push you up here. For now, yeah, the town is... Those orders look good. Oh my god, what are you doing? Glenn Chen having some kind of aneurysm. Because I want the company HQ, I want RAF J002 to get basically up into the town. Those guys should be relatively safe where they end up there. That's cool. Tanks. Do I want tanks in the town? So, Joe Callan here can see nothing. Oh, because there's smoke right in front of him. Okay, that's fine. That's an acceptable reason for not being able to see. Let's bring Mus P's platoon up. Up this way. Just onto the edge of the town here. That way I have some options with it. Let's get sludge up and running. Again, this is all moving fast because I do not want to get... I need to get into position. I need to get into position quickly. I don't rate the T-62's ability to really see anything anyway. Let's go over the bridge. How could that go wrong? They are crossing over a bit there. Let's bring you that way and bring you forward. That's cool. This other platoon, yeah, you need to follow them as well. So they can stack up to move, make that move next. Or I can put them into the tree line here if necessary, so I've got a bit of flexibility with them. Yeah, let's move third company up. So we can counter anything that pops up this way. Fine-tune this later, and the line of sight command is never... I don't want to say it's not accurate, but it doesn't really plot it as accurately as a unit would actually see. You know, so it's not like it's the be-all and end-all if you can't draw a line of sight from where you are. Let's move you up. Let's move... Gonna sabo tank up, can hopefully fire some sabos. Clear on the left there, that's good. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good field of fire there. It's all this micromanagement down at the bottom level here. You know, it's still a defilade there for Justin Davies. We can cover off that way, or we can cover that way. Yeah, that's cool. Let's get Neil Kwan forward, and let's get Volcatius forward, and we'll get Perlic and Taco forward. Yeah, this is all good. Now we've got Axel Palman's platoon. That's my reserve, basically, and they're sort of covering that angle in case I need them. Spooker with 2nd Company HQ. Let's get you that tree line there. You guys, yeah, you're fine. What else do we need to do? Ah, the grenade launcher team under James Ford. You guys need to... you don't need to get out. You should be kind of safe there, he said foolishly. Lead first company there in case we spot anything. Guys, like I said, you're going the wrong way. But let's get you into this house. This house looks like a marginally better house, and I've got 60 more minutes of the 152s, but in the meantime we're just gonna bomb the snot out of that end of the village. So 8 minutes. Honest to God, we might as well just go heavy, I guess. Heavy max? Yeah, why not? I don't see how that could end badly for anybody except Rice. And yeah, I think all good. Just trying to keep the AA vehicles up. That's safe there. Can these guys? Oh, they can't. Let's try and move third company a bit further forward. Oh, I think we'd have to move a long way further forward to really... Oh no, we can see into that tree line. Megalon Jones can see into the tree line. Should terrify the tree line. We'll just kind of move a little bit further forward. Get Nick Riggs up there. Yep, that's good. That's the tree line that I'm worried that the dragon is going to end up in. So. Yes, how's that for a cautious Soviet commander? I am worried about a single AT weapon to my front. Yeah, I've got a whole platoon that can see up there. I'm thinking about what do I do with this platoon, because I don't really have the high ground. These guys have to come quite a long way forward to really see properly. And I still need to cover off this area here, so it's a tough one. No, it's not. Let's just do it. Let's just push forward. These guys are going to be a little bit lower down, so it's not going to be quite as good. But I'll take it. Adler 67, 68 there. Yeah. So we should be able to hammer that wood. I am somewhat concerned actually that I have no eyes on this chunk of map. Like, I have no idea what's over here. No idea at all. Like, no idea. There could be a load of M60s just over this ridge, and it could all be about to go disastrously wrong over here. Yeah. Ugh. I can't believe I had to make a choice between artillery and recce. That's like, ugh, no. Not a good choice to be making. But, yeah, we are in position. We've come out on top, I think, on the first contact. We can now fix the enemy here, see how he reacts. This potential move over here should end badly for him. Don't know what's going on down here, but I can react. From this position, in the center of the map, I've got these interior lines, so I have 3rd Company can push off this way if it needs to. 4th Company is holding Schweben. 2nd Company can push off this way if I need it to. You know, it's all good. Hopefully I've got Rice reacting to me here, but I'm sure he has a plan. So let's just press go, and we'll see what we get.